Okay, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone to the required Week 7 group project virtual meeting. It's 12 noon, and I want to have you out of here by 12:15. So let's get started. I will be taking attendance at the end. Some of you, I've already taken attendance, and you can note that in your grade book. Let's start, first of all, by talking about what group are you in? You can follow the link I've given there to figure out what group you're in. You can also go to the People tab, click on groups that you're enrolled in, and from that area you can view your most recent group, which is the field trip group you've been automatically assigned to. Next, what does your group have to do? So you should go to the project module, which is the weeks 7 through 10 group field trip project. You should click on the group field trip project instructions. Read this completely and carefully. I'll be touching on the most important points today. So for this project, your group will be creating a virtual field trip in Google Earth where you'll investigate 4 different places anywhere on Earth. It's your choice. Each stop should illustrate a physical geography pattern and process from either the atmosphere, lithosphere, biosphere, or hydrosphere. Your group will create a video tour, a digital pamphlet, and map to accompany your tour. In addition, your group will adapt your video, pamphlet, and map for a particular student disability that your group signs up for. As before, all group members will receive the same grade for all group projects. Essentially, all the products that you create, your group will all receive the same grade for. So next item, what does your group have to turn in and when is it due? This is a checklist of all the items you must complete for the group project.
Hi, this video is going to give you
Okay, this is the checklist. Number 1, you want to attend the virtual meeting, which you're doing now. Number 2, you need to submit a group contract by October 14th at 12 noon. Number 3, October 14th at 12 noon, your group will sign up for a disability profile. Number 4, October 21st at 12 noon, your group will submit a draft, pamphlet, map, and tour. Number 5, on October 28th, your group will each individual in a group will complete 1 peer review. I'm giving grades this time, so everyone does it. So you'll each receive 3 points for your 3 peer reviews. Number 6, on November 4th, your final pamphlet, map, and Google Earth tour are due. Finally, on November 4th, 12 noon, your peer collaboration survey is due. Okay, any questions? Please ask these in the chat box. Okay, Margaret's question is, are we assigned to the same groups as the last group project? No, you're not. You have a brand new group that you can access by clicking on the People tab. Your group is called Field Trip Group. Okay, let's move ahead. What should your 4 field trip stops cover? In your field trip, you must have at least 4 stops where you highlight a physical geography feature and process. That feature could also be a pattern. A physical geography natural feature is one that you can observe on the Earth. Perhaps it's clouds for the atmosphere. A geography process is what causes the natural feature to occur. In the instance of clouds, the process would be evaporation that causes that to occur. Next, what disability will your virtual field trip be adapted for? Each of your groups can sign up for a student disability profile of your choice. It's first come, first served. Your group must first sign up for it. Then you should conduct some additional research to find out how best to adapt your field trip pamphlet, guide, digital route map, and Google Earth field trip tour for the particular disability that you chose. This may include closed captioning or large font. I give you examples and links. Next, how do you create a Google Earth tour? Use the Google Earth tour tutorial to learn how to create your field trip tour. Your narrated Google Earth tour should really transport a student to the 4 locations and show them unique physical geography patterns in the atmosphere, lithosphere, biosphere, and hydrosphere. This video will be between 3 and 5 minutes. If you have a student who is low vision or blind, you may want to provide a transcript or closed caption your tour. You can easily close caption in YouTube. Next, how do you create a digital field trip map? You can use Google Earth or Google Map Maker to create an accessible field trip route map. That includes your route, a title, a caption, a north arrow, a scale bar, as an 8.5 by 11 .doc or PDF. If you're adapting your field trip pamphlet or map for a student who has a visual disability, then you'll need to describe in text or narrate with an audio file all of the visual aspects of your map. If you have a colorblind student, you'll need to take into account color options. Each stop should be clearly labeled on the map with a unique place name and stops 1 through 4 indicated. How do you create a field trip guide? That's a pamphlet. Use a word processing program like Word or iWork and use a trifold pamphlet or brochure template. Your accessible field trip guide should be an 8.5 by 11 trifold pamphlet, double-sided, submitted to Canvas as a .doc or .pdf. Then all you have to do is add your small route map, descriptions of each sphere, the pattern and process about each of the 4 stops, and pictures with captions and citations. If you're adapting your trip for a student who has a visual disability, then you'll need to describe in text all of the visual aspects of your pamphlet. If you have a colorblind student, you'll need to take into account color options. If your accommodation is for a learning disability, then your materials should follow simple organization, and all printed material should be available as an audio file. Any questions? Please ask these in the chat box. Okay, moving on in our last 3 minutes here. How do you complete your individual peer review of the field trip project guide, map, and video drafts? Each individual in the class will be automatically assigned 2 peers' work to review for the video, map, and pamphlet. Choose one of the 2 you're assigned to review this work using the rubric and give them detailed feedback on areas to improve. I will grade you this time and give you 3 points, unlike the last project. To get full credit on your peer review, you must A, comment at least once on the page and fill out the rubric form for the assignment. Next, you need to complete a high-quality peer review, which includes 5 sentences of constructive comments, and do it before the deadline. How will your project be graded? The field trip guide, pamphlet, route map, and Google Earth tour will each be assessed based on a simple rubric. You can find these rubrics in the submission area for each assignment. Please use them for reference. What do you do if some of your group members don't do their work? As per the policy in the group contract, you may fire a group member for non-participation, lack of communication, or any other violation of the group contract. However, you must follow the protocol. Send an email to the member and your entire group, CCing me. Your fired member gets 24 hours to correct the error or be fired by me. And being fired means they have to complete the entire project on their own. And the remaining group members will get a 72-hour extension to account for the increased workload. So, what should you do now? Number 1, you should message all of your group members in Canvas. 2, read the project directions carefully. And 3, begin working on your group contract and sign up for a disability profile. These are first come, first served. Finally, what should you do if you have a question about the project? Number 1, read the project instructions again. Number 2, you can post in the Ask Here for Help discussion board, or you can always message me in Canvas. Any questions in our last minute of the web conference, please ask them now in the chat box. Zhao asks, do we get a notification as to who we are assigned to, the peer review? You should in Canvas, but if for some reason you're not, you simply go to the assignment area, just where you would go to submit an assignment, and in the right-hand side of that area, in the middle of the page, it will give you the names of the individuals that you've been assigned. Joseph asks, do you actually attend a field trip? No, the beauty of this is you're using Google Earth. So this field trip is totally virtual. You can literally go anywhere you want on Earth.